Hello there, World of Tankers. Welcome to the channel. Hopefully all of you are doing well out there. I'm, of course, your host, World of Blitz, and in today's video, we're going to be talking about the STG guard in World of Tanks Blitz, the Tier 8 rear-turreted Russian medium that has just come into the stores today for, well, crates. And as we all know, crates are not my biggest fan, and really all the new vehicles coming into Blitz have just been in crates, which is not necessarily the best in my opinion. However, finally, these crates at least had charms, and while it did cost me $100 worth of crates, at least I had the charms as a fallback, so I actually got the vehicle and I can make today's video on it. But yeah, it cost me $100 to get my hands on this vehicle. So in today's video, I'm going to be doing a full down review on this tank, talking about the good things, the bad things, and everything else you need to know, the statistics, and of course, is it worth the price? Now, I can tell you 100% right now, do not gamble to try and get this vehicle. Apart from like that $10 bundle that gives you the 2 crates, it's really not worth it to try and buy this vehicle. There's nothing really special about this tank, apart from like a T-34-3, which in my opinion is actually better. So I would definitely suggest to hold off right now on getting this tank, but I'll still be doing a full down review if you did get your hands on it, or you want to see how to take it out when you do go up against them on the battlefield. Now, of course, if you enjoyed today's video, you want to see more like it, please consider smashing that subscribe button down below, at least so my wallet feels a little bit better. But we're going to get straight into the statistics and talk about the good things and the bad things about the vehicle. Now, I do think that the legendary camo and the vehicle itself looks awesome, and you can see it's extremely low down. Like, this thing is one of the lowest down vehicles I've ever seen in the game. It makes light tanks look big. It's so weird to drive a tank that, you know, only has 5 degrees of gun depression, but it's so low down that it seems like you have almost 10 degrees. So we take a look at the statistics, and you'll see that it's actually a really nice gun. 2.3 seconds aiming time is good. In fact, that's fantastic. The dispersion is bad, same as the T-34-3 at 0.389. The DPM, poor, 1767. The reload, as we all know, not great. However, it's got good standard pen at 189, and the premium at 236. It's not the worst because, of course, it is APCR, but when you compare it to like a T-34-3 that's sitting at 297 millimeters of premium pen, it's definitely a little bit worse, which is going to make this tank worse in general for trying to penetrate enemy opponents, especially turrets like in a mill. The 34-3 can cut literally like butter through the mill turret, while this tank will struggle quite a bit. Now, the average damage is where this vehicle's at. 400 packs a punch, and it's something that I absolutely love, being able to slap an opponent, aim in, and just deal a huge amount of alpha, especially the HE dealing 500. It's something that even tier 9 mediums really can't do, so being able to trade with tier 9 heavies and tier 8 mediums is something that's really nice that most can't do. The average damage is great, so the gun depression 5 degrees, it's good for honestly how low down this vehicle is. And then you take a look at the mobility, and it's got a great power to weight ratio of around 20, and with a top speed of 50 forwards and 20 in reverse, this thing is way more mobile than a T-34-3. But that's, of course, because this thing has literally no armor. The upper plate on this tank has no armor. The side armor of this tank has no armor. It's really the turret that is very strong. Now, you can shoot that little cupola right next to the gun. However, after a little bit of experience, I've played about 3 or 4 games in it, it doesn't get penned too much. So if you do want to hit it, you got to hit that little hatch when it is hauled down. And since it's such a low down vehicle, it's almost always hauled down. It's actually really weird when you come up against this tank. But let's get into some gameplay and see how it works out, as here's the first game we're in. So hopefully it's going to be a good one. I've not mastered the vehicle yet. I've seen it takes about 4,000 or so damage to master, so I'm quite excited to continue playing this vehicle. But it looks just so cool. One thing I'll always give Wargaming credit is when they make a new cool looking vehicle in Blitz. If it costs me a lot of money, so be it. If it at least looks unique, and it has its own playstyle. And this vehicle not only is unique, but it has its own playstyle, which is 2 things that I really do enjoy. You can see it's really quick, easily getting up to 40-ish kilometers per hour here, and the 34-3 is not nearly as mobile as this tank on the traverse speed, and as well just getting up to its top speed. But it's just such a weird looking vehicle. And the funny thing is I'm still smaller than like a T-49 on my height, which means that when you're in position, you are actually really low down. You can see I'm literally smaller than this rock that an average medium can peek right over. Now, what is the enemy team map? They got 2 T-71s. They've got the Emil all the way across the map. They've actually got quite a bit of mobile tanks, but it doesn't look like they're anywhere to be found, which is quite weird. I actually don't know where they're at because, yeah, normally you'd expect them. That's a little weird, isn't it? Maybe they're in this camping area back here. It doesn't look like they actually are. That is not smart for enemy team. I'm just going to keep on flanking then. All right, well, oof, that SU-152, oh, that poor Pantera. Well, it doesn't look like that guy's going to be having too much of a fun trip anymore. But, well, let's see what we can do here. Still no shots out for our vehicle. Not too good. Just going to keep on flanking. Oh, gee. Well, maybe we can get a shot onto the SU-100. Still no. All right, here we go. We finally got a shell. We can get out and... Oh, no. Oh, gee. 2 enemy tanks already taken out, and we are sitting at 0 damage. But to be fair, really not much I can do about it as of right now. So, let's see. We got the Scorpion G. Oh, no, we don't. Can we get a shell out yet? Aha! We can get a shell out. There you go. Finally, you can see the Alpha actually being nice. There's a nice 400 shot into the T-34. Now, of course, I can't really blame the vehicle for this game. It's just that the enemy team evaporated quicker than water in like a ridiculous temperature. So let's just get a nice snap into the Scorpion G. There's 2 shells out, just about 800 damage, and oh my god, the enemy team is just dead. There's no enemy team left already. This is ridiculous. So let's just drive. There's no point not to, right? So here we go. We got the 34-3. Nice tap into the side of him. Of course, that Alpha is still something that's really, really nice, and I'm able to, you know, circle of death this T-34 with that good mobility here, and there's not much he can really do about it as well, which is something that's really, really nice. Let's get another snap into his side armor for a big old tap there. 500, in fact. And let's keep going. He missed a shot. Perfect for me. Even if the Emil hits me, I've got enough hit points just to take the shells from the Emil. Although, I can't take the hit points now that I have been tracked. There you go. So it wasn't necessarily the best game. We only did about 2,000 damage, but... you can see that the Alpha's nice. The mobility is very, very nice, and that's something that I like on the vehicle. Now, I can't really say bad things about the tank for that game, just because we didn't get out a lot of damage. The enemy team literally evaporated, just the quickest I've ever seen an enemy team evaporate. That was quite sad. So let's get into one more game here, see if we can get a good battle, you know, do a 3,000 or so damage game. Now, I will say, don't expect this vehicle to be overpowered. I actually think Wargaming balanced it right. The point of a premium tank is to be balanced. It's not to be overpowered, it's to earn credits and have fun. And not only did I have fun when I've played this vehicle every single game, but as well, I earned credits. So, to be fair, it does everything it needs to. Now, should it be in crates? No. It is not an overpowered vehicle, and, well, as much as I don't think any vehicle should be in crates, but especially a tank that isn't overpowered. And this vehicle, it's good. That's all it is. It's just a good tier 8 medium that looks cool, and it does the part. So let's see. We've got the LEKPZ, we got the Annihilator right here. Don't have the gun depression to tap that, but, ooh, he just managed to point his gun up there when we fired. So, sadly, we were not able to get that shell out in a connection. Now, we do have the Type 59 off to the side here, who I'm going to try and actually get a nice little snap into the hull, maybe, if we can do this correctly. Hello, comrade. There you go. Nice tap for 430. Again, I absolutely love that Alpha. Being able to tap somebody for such a big, beefy amount is something that's really, really nice. And we're going to get one more shell into the side of the Type 59. There you go. And actually, a lucky bounce, should I say, on the side armor. This side does actually get a couple shots that trap into it. The spaced armor is kind of weird. So you can get nice bounces every now and then. But let's push back up here, see if we can continue to get off some nice shells. At least we have done a little bit of damage. So we got the Gravedigger off to the side. We got the AT-15. Ooh, that was a big old shell into you, wasn't it? All right, well, let's go for the Annihilator. Oh, maybe not. I wanted to get a shell into the Annihilator, but it doesn't look like we're actually going to be doing that anytime soon. But we also got the AT-15 here. There you go, nice tap for 412 into you, and now we just back up so we don't get hit by the enemy Gravedigger. Now, the AT-15 has got 4,000 damage per minute, and as we all know, 4,000 DPM is not a number I necessarily want to play with, so let's aim in on that. Oh, no, shell just missing. I'm big sad now. Okay, well, another 5 seconds later, we'll have a shell out. I'm not super worried about this AT, because of course I'm able to trade shots with him, so if he taps me once, we're going to tap him back, and boom, there you go. So finishing him off, not too bad there. Now all the enemy team has left is the IS-6, the LEKPZ, and the Annihilator, and it doesn't look like the enemy team is doing it too fancy as it is, so let's go for this Annihilator here, see if we can get a big old shell into the side of him. Aiming. Oh, no, we're not going to be able to get it out yet. Come on, keep on moving. I believe in you. And HE. No, we're just going to fire a standard shell into him. Finish him off, Chimera. I believe in you. Good shot. And again, not necessarily the most damage pulled out this game, but we did a good enough damage that I think that the tank still did a pretty solid job. So let's aim in on his upper plate. There you go. You can see that the penetration is enough to get through most frontal armor, if you play correctly. And that it's got enough DPM to tap vehicles like an IS-6. I've got Adrenaline on, so I should out-reload him. Oh, no, I should not. I take that back. DPM, maybe not as good as I thought there. But overall, you can see that the vehicle's good. Does a good job. I enjoyed it. Not really ridiculous games pulled out here, but you can see it's a fun tank, and that's all that matters. So, hopefully you enjoyed today's video. I don't think this vehicle's worth the price, but if it came out for maybe $20, $30, I'd say it's fun, and to get your hands on it, because I really do enjoy this tank. So as always, if you enjoyed today's video and you want to see more like it, please consider smashing that subscribe button down below. But other than that, hopefully all of you are doing well out there. Stay happy, stay healthy, and I'll be seeing you in the next one.